Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to Cheap Comic Collector Presents. This is episode number 4. And today we are presenting the third chapter in the Batman serial from 1943, the original appearance of Batman in film. Before we get started with the film, however, I'd like to go over the actor who played Alfred in the film. And the reason we're starting with Alfred is because the appearance of this actor made a significant change in the Batman story, basically. When Alfred first appeared, he looked like this. And he was a detective, and his name was Alfred Beagle. Alfred Beagle. And I'm not sure when the name change occurred between Beagle and Pennyworth, because most of the time he's just called Alfred throughout, the entire history. But that's how he first appeared in Batman 16, 1943. There was that was the title page of the story that introduced him, and he was a bit pudgy, and he became pudgier as the stories progressed in future stories. And it was played as something of a bumbling buffoon because he was clumsy. He would trip and so on and so forth, drop things and things like that. But by the end of the story, he becomes Bruce Wayne's butler, and has figured out that he's Batman. And then the serial came out with William Austin playing Alfred, and he's thin and has a mustache. And so the editors at DC wanted the stories to reflect that, since everybody saw the serial at the movie theaters, and so they wanted the stories to somewhat reflect the serial. So they created, and kudos to the creative team on Batman, because they actually, instead of just changing him or making a new character, they actually converted Alfred Beagle into Alfred Pennyworth in a story. And that story appeared in Detective Comics 83. And this is what he looked like at the beginning. So at the beginning of that story, he's you can see he's working out, and he's trying to lose weight. And Bruce Wayne sends him on a vacation, and he spends his vacation at a health spa and converts himself to look like this by the end. And he does that so that he can better help Batman and Robin. He's still clumsy, however, at the end of the story, and I guess his non-clumsiness comes later. Perhaps they took him more seriously after that, or eventually. But the actor William Austin, he actually started his acting career in 1920. And he was on the stage a few years before that, before he broke into movies. And of course, 1920, I'm pretty sure they were still silent films back then. And he has a lot of film credits. He has quite a few. And I wrote down some of the ones that were may be of interest. to us as comic fans and fans of those sort of stories. In 1927, he appeared with Laurel and Hardy in Duck Soup. In 1929, he appeared in a film called The Mysterious Dr. Fu Manchu. In 1930, he was in the sequel, The Return of Dr. Fu Manchu. And those pictures starred one of the actors that would go on to play Charlie Chan. 1933, he played the Griffin in Alice in the Wonderland, which was a little bit different of a role for him, I'm sure. He was usually typecast as most people were back then, as a British upper crust of society of some sort. 1937 found him in the Renfrew of the Royal Mounted film. 1938, he was in The Mysterious Mr. Moto. Also 1938, he was in Topper Takes a Trip. 1939, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. 1941, he was in the Jack Benny comedy Charlie's Aunt. And then he was in the Batman serial in between. And then there were other roles too, but they, just kind of movies we haven't heard of or bit parts. 1943, he was in a movie called Return of the Vampire. And in 1944, he was in the famous movie National Velvet. He was in films until 1947 when he would have been 60 years old in 1947. So I assume he retired, and he passed away in 1975. So, but his pretty much lasting legacy is the change he helped create in Alfred and in Batman, because Batman's looked slim with a mustache pretty much ever since, in no matter what media it's in. So yeah, we started our actor discussions with about him, because he did leave a lasting imprint on the Batman mythos. So don't know if you found that interesting or not, but hopefully you'll find this next part interesting. Here's chapter 3 of the original Batman serial.
Daka and his New Order conspirators have lost their secret and powerful radium gun. As they attempt to recover it, Batman interferes.
Watch that door. I'll cover the window from upstairs.
Got to get her out of here. It's out the window. Go ahead, I'll follow you.
Well, no one tried this door.
Oh, I know it. They got away with the cable.
Well, Dacker will be pleased when you report that to him.
I did my best. Anyway, I'm not afraid of him or any other squint eye. As soon as the gas clears, I better get rid of that equipment in there. The Batman will probably tell the police about this place.
I think she'll be all right now. If you need me, I'll be in the dispensary.
Thank you, Doctor.
You're a stupid, bungling fool to let that girl escape.
But as I explained, the Batman interfered.
Silence! Now, I'm sick and tired of that alibi. The Batman is a rank amateur. He cannot measure up to any one of you. Get rid of him.
That's easier said than done.
Silence! Now, Mr. Warren, do you still refuse to become a member of the League of the New Order?
I do.
Oh, that is too bad. Then the responsibility is yours. Take him to the laboratory. Patton Jones, the door. Resistance is useless, Warren. I suggest that you adopt an attitude of fatalistic resignation.
You underestimate the American will to fight, Jacob. We fight best in the face of your so-called inevitable.
Oh, you do? Well, we shall see about that. Proceed, gentlemen. Fasten the bell. Stand back, gentlemen. One more chance, Mr. Warren?
No.
Oh, too bad. So sorry. That is all, gentlemen. Martin Warren, stand up. Walk forward. Stop. There, gentlemen, is what happens to the American will to fight. Follow me, Warren.
I just heard the police raided the house of the open door. But unfortunately, they found nothing suspicious.
I didn't think they would. Our only chance now is the ad we put in the papers.
Think it'll work?
I hope so.
Oh, the Cave of Horrors, my friends, it's sensational. It's amazing. It's astounding. Something that you'll never forget as long as you... How are you, brother?
Hey, you're not close enough for the night, are
No, sir, my friend, we never close.
That's
No, sir,
good.
that's all right. We stay open night and day for the duration, my friends. We feel it's our patriotic duty to show the public how to have a night. All right. news, Chief. The head of Group 22 reports that the supply train is going south over the shoreline at 10 p.m. tonight.
The shoreline?
Mm-hmm.
So good, huh? Ah. That means it must pass over the Westgate Bridge. So nice. Since we lack the radium gun, which was inexcusably lost, we must employ this to blow up the supply train. Of course, it will not be as efficient, but...
Listen to this, Chief. Found. Near Gotham City Foundation. Odd device shaped like some strange gun. Owner may claim same by applying at room 802 Godfrey Building or telephoning Rochester 1166.
Interesting.
I telephoned as soon as I read it and made an appointment. Although the fellow said he couldn't see me till 10 o'clock tonight.
Obviously, the Batman is trying to set a trap for us. We will catch him in his own net. Since he expects us at 10, we will surprise him at 9. Obtain the gun and then use it to blow up the train.
What train?
There's no time to explain now. Here, put this map in your pocket. Brennan will explain later.
I won't miss out on this one.
I wouldn't. Pick up Brett and Stone to assist you.
I better take that along in case we don't get the gun.
Yes, and remember, if it is the Batman who has the gun, he must be destroyed.
Make sure they haven't got a lookout posted.
I'll let you know when it's all clear.
Now, that's all right, Alfred. Snap into it. They may be here any time.
Oh, yeah. But it's only 9 o'clock, sir.
I know, but they might be here ahead of time to catch us napping. Get ready to do your stuff. I'll be right outside to give you a hand in case of trouble.
We haven't got time to wait. We'll go in.
Come in.
How do you do? Did you have an ad in the Lost and Found column?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm the owner of that article.
Oh, you are, eh? A most unique object indeed. Now, if you can describe it to me, and are willing to pay a suitable reward...
We'll just skip the description and the reward. Hand it over.
Oh, that's a pistol you're pointing at me, sir.
It sure is, buddy.
I wish you wouldn't do that. It makes me very nervous.
You'll be more than nervous in a minute if you don't hand over that radium gun.
Well, you see, it's like this. I haven't it with me.
Come in, boys. Search the place.
Give me Scotland Yard. No, give me the police. me anything. Please, hurry. Yes, I'm being murdered here. How many did I kill?
7.
But there were only 4 of the ruffians.
You killed 3 of them twice.
Where are the bodies?
We threw them out the window.
Why don't you let me know they were coming?
I only saw one of them, and I followed him. It was a plan to draw me away from the entrance of the building, and I fell for it.
Lucky you did. You saved my life on the roof. Let's look for some identification.
Here's something.
A map of the Shoreline Railroad. That circle around the Westgate Bridge. 10 p.m. scribbled in the margin. What time is it?
9:34, sir.
That gives us only 26 minutes to find out what they're up to.
What makes you so sure it means 10 p.m. tonight?
I'm not, but there's nothing like making certain. We haven't time to explain to the police. We'll have to leave by way of the roof.
The bridge is over that way. Turn off the road.
I don't see them.
Well, they got quite a start on us. I'll tell you where to turn off.
Okay.
Now the guards have been attended to. This shouldn't take long. Why don't you give me a hand? Stone, you and Brett stay here and keep a lookout.
Okay, but hurry. That train's about due.
This is all right.
Say, I think I hear that train whistle.
It's just your imagination. My nerves are shot, too.
Hey, you did hear it. Let's get him out of there.
That's her. We got plenty of time.
Hurry up, let's get out of here. It's coming.
You go ahead. I'll only be a minute.
All right.
The Batman!
Get off the trestle. I've almost got it loose.
Is Docker throwing Martin Warren to his horrible pet alligators? And will the Jap spies force Linda to give them the receipt for the vital radium shipment they plan to steal? Don't fail to see Slaves of the Rising Sun, Chapter 4 of Batman at this theater next week.